Okay guys, welcome back again. This is the edition for doing Cypress TypeScript and put API call, REST API call. In this edition here guys, we'll be looking at how to actually just make a put call. Easy. The same project again is going to be just the same setup we've been having. There's nothing that's changed here. Essentially we just have the feature file features. We have, like, we've done the get, we've done a post. All we need to do now is to just do this. Is just a basic Cypress project. There's nothing really any rocket science. One thing that is key is that there is a base URL here that is located. This is just the version as I explained, and this is the Swagger that we'll be working with. So let's go and pick one of these things, the one that has a put, to make this put call. The first one I can see here is this obviously just put for pets. So put, well, how does it work? Well, what I can see here is that you just fill in some data and just fire, and it has this application/JSON, and you fire through and you get what's the code that you get. You get 200, okay, and you get the response coming through. Okay, let's go and do that quickly. So the endpoint here is /pet. So let's go back and just do that. Obviously the other thing you can find is you can kind of go and do this as a curl, or maybe you can just go and recreate this on a Postman. Let's go back and just do that. So I'm just going to go to a fresh new tab here and just paste this through. So paste this and press an enter. You can kind of see that the result is coming through. Nice. So let's go back into that code and just crack away. So the first thing we need to do is to go and create directory as we've been doing for others. So here is request. Okay, press an enter. And then, in fact, just to save us time, I'm just going to copy this, the whole content of this one, and then we can strip down what we don't need. So let's paste in. Let's say this is put _ request .ts, actually .cy.ts, so that it can be picked up. So I paste this in, and we can strip out what we don't need. So for the first one here, this is making a put request. I'm making this pull request. This is option A. Probably we just still have option B as well, so that's fine. In this case here, we just need to read the data. So let's go and create the data. So as we said, actually let's start with the first one. The first method is to just actually just do put here. The next one is the path, where it goes. So our path that we saw is pets. Let's have a look again. If you go back to this now, you can see that what we have is the request that is going to make. Actually, this is not legible here. So let's have a look. So here it is going to make a call to this pet. The rest of them is the base URL. Okay, easy. And here is the data that we need to actually make this call. So if we copy this data and then we'll just go into our code. Perfect. So go here and let's have a look if in this call, does it take content type? Let's have a look quickly. If we go here, so it takes content type as well. It takes accept, and then that body of for the post call. So if I go back, these two are fine. This is fine. This one is fine. This is the option B. Option B is where we had coded the data carefully just to make sure that we're doing the right thing. So let's paste it through. So here is the body of the data that we want to pass through. I suppose we need to fill up all this information. Maybe here we can fill it up. Let's go to ID2 here, name of the category. So this is like dog, whatever. Just this is like something we picked up. This is URL. So let's make up URL here. Whatever your API takes to sort of run is fine. Just make them up. Let's say pets.com/ let's say /dog, like that. And then tags, this is like what kind of tag? Probably like, let's say this tag is also 2, so we can know what we are looking for. The name here might be something like let's say bingo, like that. So this is the name that we want to give to this animal, and the status is going to be available. So we're talking about pet, and we did say that when you make this call, when you capture this, you should just probably just call it whatever. So here I'll just call it pet. So this is what is captured. When you want to intercept it, you have to intercept it as pet as well, and then pretty much just go through. These three should be standard because the status code that is coming through is 200. Header is constant, duration, whatever it is you were checking. In this case here, let us check that it has attribute called category. So let's check for category, and let us check that there is also a second attribute called name, and the value is doggy. So let's say we're checking for name, and then the value, obviously I'm hoping that it will just throw those things out. So here is the doggy. Actually, this is a string, so I'm just going to remove the last one. Going by this, I kind of know what the responses will be. So you can see category here, and then this category has a lot really. So in my, but then again, this one name has doggy. Perfect. Okay, guys. So here, just obviously, category is an attribute, and this is also an attribute here. So, and then this one is giving us a doggy. I think everything else looks good. Let us see how we can just go and run option B. But before we do this option B, probably you want to just like obviously do the option C, option A as well. The option A that I've just said is just a kind of way of not really hard coding this data here. You can see kind of an example we used previously. So let's say if you want to do that, if this, as you can see now, this body is really getting like too much now. So what you can really do is to like put this thing here. So this is probably just call it pet.json and just put it here. That can be any name, but whatever it is you've called it really is what you stick with. So now that I've done that now, so on the here, let's do this second example here. So what you would do is that we are going to copy this and just replace it here, because this one is coming from what we just copied from somewhere else. Let's paste it through, and then this one, the data we just paste through was on pet.json. We're reading it through the fixture, and then here call it whatever it is you like. So maybe we can just stick with the same name. If you go here and just take this pet and just put it here, or pet data, whatever. If you do here, if you say cy.log and just like go here and just put that pet here, it will just log it out, so you will see what is really coming through before we actually just make this call. But it's fine. I know that it will print it off because we've seen this example before. This is put/pet, and it's gonna go to let's call this one pet, or let's call this let's say this is pet A, so it doesn't conflict with the other one. And then here we would insert pet A, and then this one is going to be they're essentially one and same really. So this is going to be pet, and then this is going to capture the pet, and this is kind of same. So really same assertion. Let's put the same assertion here as well, so that the test will really pass. So let's go and have a look and see how this is going. So we go back, and then we go back in, and then this is post. This time around we just go back into and pick up the put request. Everything else has passed. You can see kind of peta, which is pet A, is come through, and we've intercepted. The option B is still exactly the same, but the other one is really reading the data out. That is how to really do the put call. Thank you.